and 3.
Tony, can't wait to eat.
And I can't wait to clean this oven.
That'll take forever.
Wrong. Only Easy Off Oven Cleaner has this advanced grease-penetrating formula. Baked on spills just wipe away.
Beautiful.
Of course. Fast and easy. That's Easy Off.
You're watching the USA Network.
Will you come on over here and look at it?
No!
Come on!
I'm so dizzy from this height already.
See, we come all the way up to the house, and you're sitting at the cable car, just kind of sitting there.
It is so beautiful.
No, it really is gorgeous.
One question.
What?
Do these cables ever snap?
No, don't worry. We'll see.
Oh, boy. Oh, look down there. The skiers look like little ants. And I love Uli. He's perfect. You know he's only 21 years old.
You certainly seem very cute.
He's just my age, darling. He said my form was excellent and that I could really, really be a fine skier if I had more practice. So I want to come back here like, 2 or 3 times a winter, okay?
I think that's a real good idea,
All right. What are you doing? Don't open. You're trying to get rid of me?
Of course not, Angel. Don't be silly. I'm just making sure that we're safe here. I noticed this latch was open, and I wanted to make sure that we were locked in.
I think they automatically lock. I want to look back here because there's these 2 hills and the sunlight is like just hitting the top. It's so beautiful, Skylar. I'm so happy. This is so much better than that little trip to New York.
I can't possibly get a camera crew there in time. If you can get a local crew, we will pay for all the expenses. Yes, okay, but you've got the number here? All right, I'll give you this afternoon a call. Bye.
Mail's done. You want me to get onto the schedule now?
No. Would you sit down? There's something I want to talk to you about.
Uh-oh. Sounds as if you and Mrs. Saxon had a conversation about me.
Yes, we did.
I hope she made it absolutely clear what I said and why I said it. I don't want you to think that I broke my promise to you.
The thought crossed my mind, yes.
I didn't, honestly. It was because of that promise that I was so upset. I realized how important it was to you that nobody gossip. And then I find out that Dr. Kavanaugh's own nurse is the...
What I don't understand is why you had to tell Mrs. Saxon anything about Barbara. I mean, why couldn't you come to me instead?
I didn't know whether I could or not. That's why I turned to Mrs. Saxon for advice when I ran into her. It wasn't planned. Please believe that.
Yes, all right.
I was really upset after that lunch with Barbara. I knew I should never mention to Mrs. Goodman about Jinx Avery. I was making a joke. She takes it seriously. Anyway, when I heard Dr. Kavanaugh's own nurse say those awful things about Jinx Avery and your husband,
What awful things?
I'd rather not say.
You have my permission if that'll make it any easier for you.
I feel like I was gossiping again. So I told her that it wasn't the truth.
All right, that's enough. Look, I'm not going to force you to say anything.
Well, I don't think you'd believe me if I did.
Why shouldn't I?
I just wish that this had never come up, that you had never...
Look, I said that is enough. I don't want to discuss this subject again in any way, shape, manner, or form, all right?
I've already made that promise to you, and I intend to keep it. It's just Barbara that I don't know about.
Look, you can just leave Barbara to me. I'm going out to lunch now.
Nicole Kavanaugh's office. Oh, one moment. It's from me.
Bye.
I can talk now.
I just wanted to ask if you remember to bring Gunther Wagner's letter.
Yes, Mr. Tyler, I always keep my promises.
Well, would you mind mind if I came by the studio and picked it up?
You mean now?
Yeah, right now, if it's convenient.
All right. Now might be the best time.
Good. I'll be there in 20 minutes.
Be with you in 5 minutes, Kelly.
There's really no hurry, Mike. I told Val we'd meet her at the restaurant around 12:30.
Good. I look forward to seeing you.
Is there a special reason why you wanted to have lunch with us today?
Of course. I think she's a delightful young lady.
No argument there.
Actually, there's some practical details to be taken care of in the disposition of her father's estate.
Is your office still handling that?
We're wrapping up the legal end. From here on in, it's a federal matter.
Oh, I see.
Actually, I didn't want her to go to the trouble of coming to the office just to sign the papers, so I thought we could handle it socially just as easily, if it's okay with you.
Oh. Val appreciates very much what you've done for her, and so do I.
Well, I promise not to take more than 5 or 10 minutes for the business, so we can enjoy our lunch.
I'll try.
Does it bother you making it a threesome?
No, it's just that when I've been around Val recently, it's been a threesome. But I'm glad it's you this time and not her impresario friend.
Kelly, are you absolutely sure that Jim Dietrichson knows the full story about Valerie's inheritance?
Yeah, I told you. I showed him the letter that you got from the IRS.
But you're still not satisfied that his motives are ethical?
Even if it was not Val's money that he was after, he's still what he is. That's why I have to prove his real identity. And that's why I asked you to set up the prison visit with Beth Bryson.
Yes, I know.
Mike, it's the only way to prove the point one way or the other. She's the only person in this country who could possibly identify the real Jim Dietrichson.
Well, I did make the inquiry, Kelly.
And?
You have to understand that Beth Bryson is a very embittered woman.
Well, of course, she's going to be in jail for what? The next 10 years? How could she be anything else?
She won't see you, Kelly.
Well, why not? Oh, come on, I don't want to talk to her about what she did to Nancy. I just want some details about what happened at the clinic in Lucerne.
Mrs. Bryson is a very uncooperative prisoner since her arrival. And she hasn't had a single visitor so far. She's not going to change that unblemished record.
Well, maybe if I were to explain to her the reason why I wanted to talk to her.
Sorry, it seems final. She doesn't know who you are, and she assumes that you can't mean to do her any good. You'll have to forget the idea, Kelly.
I'm not going to forget the idea, Mike. Val has to know the truth.
Kelly, this avenue is closed.
Maybe possibly there's another approach.
Like what?
Maybe Beth Bryson would talk to Nancy.
You've got to be kidding. She probably blames Nancy for putting her where she is right now.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that. That was a bad idea. I'm sorry.
On the other hand, because she does hold Nancy responsible, she might be willing to see her for that reason alone.
Mike, could you ask Nancy if she'll talk to Beth Bryson?
Well, the first person to ask would be Beth Bryson.
Currently ranked number 4 in the WBC Continental ratings, the schoolboy tries to teach Roberto Sabater a lesson. Class begins when you hear the bell.
Hitting home runs is the fun part of my job. Catching is the tough part, the sweaty part. But you won't catch me showering with deodorant soap. I made a break from all that. A clean break with Ivory. Look, that's basic, natural, honest soap. Not like soaps that cover you with smelly perfumes or deodorants. What's that got to do with clean? Ivory's clean is an honest clean. You can smell it, you can feel it.
Make a clean break, because you just can't beat Ivory's Honest Clean.
Even when you got a special date.
If you're like most women, it would take a lot to convince you that one maxi pad is different from another. But this material will convince you. They call it dry weave, and it's the patented covering on Always maxi pads. Look, it's designed to give us a cleaner, drier kind of protection that simply didn't exist before. You're going to wish dry weave had come along a lot sooner.
Always, the touch of protection no other maxi has. And now with Always new carry and dispose pouches, it's never been easier to take Always with you.
These are the amazing Lee press-on nails. They press on in seconds. No glue, no mess. Simply press on Lee Super Stick tabs. Then press on Lee press-on nails. That's all. Easy on, easy off. Use them again and again. They just won't break or split. Polish, and they're nearly impossible to chip. So press on Lee press-on nails. In natural and glamour lengths and a variety of sizes for a quick, easy fit. Press on.
There's so much great entertainment on the USA Network, you won't want to miss a minute of it. Take a good look at nighttime action and drama on USA. It's classic westerns.
Yeah, it's me, all right.
And compelling family drama. It's the original stars of the original Hitchcock Hour. It's classic performances on the USA Movie and the stars at their brightest in special premiere events.
Let's have some fun.
Take a good look, America, at great nighttime action and drama on USA. We're something to see.
Sid, no offense, but this is the dinner menu.
Oh, no kidding.
Mine's the lunch menu, but it's dated last week.
Looks like I'm the only one that's got the right one, I guess.
1 out of 3 ain't bad.
I don't know what's the matter with me. I can't get it right no matter how hard I try.
Well, you have been looking a little tired. Maybe you're just working too hard.
Hey, where's Mitzi today, anyway?
Well, she'll be working in the dinner crowd. In fact, she's supposed to come in for lunch.
Maybe you should hire a second waitress, Sid.
No. No, I don't want to do that. Bobby and me can handle it.
Bobby?
Oh, my God, what is the matter with me? Well, I met Mitzi, of course. I can't seem to get Bobby out of my head. And that little surprise party that you guys gave for here, well, that only made it worse.
Well, we appreciate you letting us have the space anyway. Not that it did much good. Raven didn't crack.
Well, it didn't make much sense to me, all that stuff about Whitney's watch, and I still don't see where Bobby fit in.
Bobby was trying to help Gavin.
That's right, Sid. That's the reason she took the job at the Whitney house. She didn't leave this place because she didn't like it here. You really have to know that.
Yeah, I know that. Bobby was really a good kid.
Speaking of Mitzi, here she comes now, and not alone, I might add.
Hi.
Well, hello, Brew. Hey, Jody. Hello.
Yeah, well, we were just over at Jim's studio rehearsing. Our scene is so terrific.
She was wonderful.
You all have got to come to the studio tonight and see our scene. I play this gorgeous woman.
I hate typecasting.
See, she plays this witness on the stand, and I'm the prosecuting attorney.
Oh, I wonder why he did so good. Oh, he was great. I mean, the way he asked all those questions had me crying like a baby.
Well, listen, I've got customers crying for service. I'll get those other menus and be right back.
Oh, sure. Well, you can count on me anyway, Cliff. I'd like to see you winning a case for a change.
Gee, thanks for the encouragement, Calvin.
Oops. Well, I'm sorry about that.
See, actually, I don't know if I win the case. I haven't read the end of the play yet.
Oh, still in suspense.
Just like in real life.
Hey, you know, didn't I hear a rumor about Dietrichson's studio being closed down or something?
Yeah, we told you that. Remember, Dietrichson can't meet the rent.
Right.
Oh, but it's all been taken care of. Our new member of the cast took care of it.
I think I better meet this guy. All I hear from Mitzi is how wonderful he is.
His name is Smiley Wilson. He's Hector Wilson's big brother. And he might be there tonight, so if you guys come down, you can meet him then.
Sounds like an all-star evening.
Well, I wish you would go. I really do. Dietrichson offered Gavin a job directing there.
Hey, sounds great, old buddy. I mean, choreographing is sort of like directing, isn't it?
I think you ought to do it. Keep your mind busy until the trial.
Yeah, Gavin, you really should. I mean, Jim's a good acting coach, but he wants to produce, not
Look,
direct.
it doesn't make any sense for me to start something that a jury is not going to let me
Well,
finish.
that's the point. Forget about the jury until the trial.
All right, you should give it a try. It'd be a great new job for you. That is, if you think you can handle it.
Do you really think I like it, huh?
Well, I hear of late that show business is supposed to be a great deal of fun.
Okay. I'll do it. On one condition. That my buddy Calvin joins the group, too.
An hour from now, there'll be 50,000 fans here, eating, drinking, cheering, and groaning. Some of those fans will leave here not feeling so well. Whether it's heartburn, upset stomach, even diarrhea, they can all take one remarkable medicine for relief. Pepto-Bismol. As it coats, Pepto-Bismol relieves what's wrong, relieves it, then leaves a protective coating behind. Pepto-Bismol. For most common stomach discomforts, the one that coats is the only one you need.
These are the amazing Lee press-on nails. They press on in seconds. No glue, no mess. Simply press on Lee Super Stick tabs. Then press on Lee press-on nails. That's all. Easy on, easy off. Use them again and again. They just won't break or split. Polish, and they're nearly impossible to chip. So press on Lee press-on nails. in natural and glamour lengths and a variety of sizes for a quick, easy fit. Press on.
Okay, 50 cents for college, right?
Dad.
Trust me, I'm your investment counselor. And 50 cents for...
Toys.
Fair enough. When you're a kid, you need a little direction to know where to put your money. But as an adult, I don't want anyone telling me what to do with my money. That's why my IRA investment is with Charles Schwab, the discount broker. If I took my IRA to any number of other institutions, they'd lock it up in one type of investment. But at Charles Schwab, I decide where my money goes. Mutual funds, stocks, zero coupon bonds. And even between investments, my IRA is still growing in a money market fund. The Charles Schwab IRA let me make money the way I see it. The way I see it, someday I could retire with a few toys of my own.
Call now for a free booklet about the many benefits of a Charles Schwab IRA. Call toll-free 800-247-7900. That's 800-247-7900.
Hi, Mrs. Kavanaugh.
Hello, Barbara.
Your husband isn't here, I'm afraid. Dr. Kavanaugh won't be back from the hospital for another half hour.
Oh, well, that's all right. I don't mind waiting.
We just got in some new magazines. Your husband isn't like the last doctor I worked for. His magazines were always 2 years old and full of animal pictures.
Actually, I'd rather talk than read anyway.
Well, sure.
We don't often get a chance to talk, do we?
I guess not.
And I think we should get to know each other. I mean, after all, we're both concerned with the welfare of the same man.
Yes, well, as a matter of fact, that's why I had lunch with your secretary yesterday, Nora. I guess you knew about that.
Yes, I did.
She's very nice. We got along well together.
Oh, Barbara, I want to be honest with you about something. I recently had occasion to ask Nora not to discuss my private life with other people.
Oh?
Now, she promised me that she would respect that wish, and yet I understand that this subject came up at your lunch yesterday.
Mrs. Kavanaugh, I didn't bring up the subject. Honestly, I didn't.
Well, it's all right, because I promise I'm not going to mention any of this to Miles.
I didn't think she'd actually tell you about it. I never would have said one word about it if I knew she was going to talk to you about what I saw.
What you saw?
It wasn't my fault. I wasn't eavesdropping. I swear I thought Dr. Kavanaugh's patient had already left when I opened the door.
This patient was Jinx Avery. Well, go on.
Well, that's all there was to it. I saw them that way, and I closed the door, and that's all that happened.
That way?
You know.
Thank you, Barbara. I really don't think I have time to wait for Miles just now.
Kaffee? Ah, danke.
Pass auf, es heißt.
Ja, es heißt es? Ah, danke schön.
Ja. Haben Sie gewählt? Etwas
ja, ich habe. Ja.
Ja. So Süß?
Nein, das ist alles für uns. Dankeschön.
Ah, sehr gut.
Dankeschön.
Bitte sehr.
Oh, baby, it's breathtaking. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you'd love it once you got up here.
I didn't even mind the cable ride so much. Hey, but when we go down, don't start fooling around with the door, all right?
Sweetheart, I saw that the latch was open and I was just making sure that we were secure.
It locks automatically. That's what the guy down at the bottom told me.
Yeah, well, see, you know more about the mountain than I do. So when do you want to ski down it? How about tomorrow?
All right. Take it nice and easy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I plan on taking it nice and easy myself.
Come in.
Hello, Miss Fulton.
You're very punctual.
Well, I don't believe in wasting time, so why don't we get right down to business? Do you have that letter?
Right here. One moment. I want to remind you of something, Mr. Tyler. The only reason I said I'd give you this personal letter because of a certain promise you made me.
I remember exactly what I told you. I said that I wouldn't say anything to your boss, Nicole Kavanaugh, about your medical history.
I think you need to be more explicit, Detective. I don't want you to say anything to anybody about me being Gunther's Roxanne.
Look, you can't ask for the impossible. My partner at headquarters already knows the truth, and if he didn't, I'd tell him.
I just don't want you saying anything to Kavanaughs.
Why? What are you worried about? Is it because you're Gunther's former girlfriend and you know the Kavanaughs didn't have any reason to care for Gunther?
No. Their grudge has nothing to do with me. I wasn't even here when it started.
Then what is it?
I told you, because of my illness. Some people can't accept the fact that a mental patient is cured.
Miss Fulton, I think that you're underestimating Mrs. Kavanaugh. She's not going to fire you because you had a legitimate illness.
You want to know something, Detective? You're tempting me to tear up this letter right here and now.
Look, all I can promise you is that I won't say anything to her or anybody close to her. Now, that's going to have to do.
That's not good enough.
And if you destroy that letter, you're destroying legal evidence. And if you do, I'll book you. And then Mrs. Kavanaugh will find out everything about you. Thank you, Miss Fulton.
Bet she can't guess the name of this new detergent. It whitens clothes without the worry of liquid chlorine bleach.
This detergent's terrific. Look how white it got your shirt.
Yeah, Mom, and it doesn't fade flowers like your liquid bleach did.
Guess again. Your grandmother used it, and now it's got a new whitening formula with color-safe bleach.
Whites like this used to worry me. I never knew how much liquid bleach to add.
And it showed. Give up. It's new advanced whitening Oxidol, the only heavy-duty detergent with, ta-da, those famous green crystals with color-safe bleach. So you can whiten berry-stained shirts like these without the worry of liquid bleach. Watch. We'll soak one in a leading detergent with liquid bleach, one in new Oxidol. Look, both look white. Can you guess which is which? Now you can. The liquid bleach shirt pales next to the Oxidol shirt.
I wish new Oxidol were here sooner. All those uniforms I messed up.
I still love you, Ma. So who whitens without the worry of liquid bleach? Guess.
There are two ways to get rid of the smelly chair. Throw it out or use Lysol spray. Get rid of the garbage can or use Lysol. Ordinary air fresheners just cover odors. Lysol kills germs on surfaces, cleans the air. So laugh. Shoot, Lysol spray actually cleans the air.
Can I stop now?
Sorry. You could scrub all day with any of these ordinary cleaners and still never get the kind of clean you do with Lysol deodorizing cleaner. Look, Lysol not only cleans the greasiest dirt, it disinfects. Lemon Fresh Lysol Cleaner takes cleaning
one step further.
For the underwear that comes home from camp, the towel that's used by the dog, and the washing machine that's used by the neighborhood, we made Lysol Laundry Sanitizer. So effective it reduces germs 99.9%. So your wash gets white, bright,
and sanitized.
Lysol Laundry Sanitizer, there's a reason for using it in every wash.
Wünschen Sie etwas mehr?
Ja, es ist sehr gut.
Ah, and the Rechnung?
Ja, danke. Wie viel ist das? 70 oder 57, ja?
Ja, das ist richtig.
Und das ist für Sie.
Ah, vielen Dank.
Danke. Auf Wiedersehen.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag. So, sweetie, you about ready for the trip down?
Let's go.
All right, I know it takes you about 2 hours to get ready for dinner.
That's right. Tonight we're going to Szesaveglia.
Yeah, Szesaveglia. I remember it from the first time I was here. That's where I saw Gunther first, as a matter of fact.
You met Gunther in San Moritz?
No, I didn't actually meet him. Skylar pointed him out to me, or rather the people he was with.
Who were they?
Folks he was working for. He was doing their driving and such. I don't remember what the name was.
Well, when did you meet him again?
Paris. The father in the family had died, so he had lost his job. I thought it'd be ideal for what I needed. That was before I found out what a blackmailing, dirty...
Blackmailing? You didn't tell me he was a blackmailer.
Well, just in little ways, dear. That's all I meant, just little ways. Come on. We better get going.
Okay.
Look, I just don't want there to be any recriminations. Now, I can't promise that our little secret won't be discovered, but if it is, I won't be the primary source.
All right, all right. You haven't given me much choice anyway, have you?
Well, as long as that much is understood.
Excuse me. They called Kavanaugh's office. No, she's at lunch. May I help you?
Dear Roxanne, I got your letter. I'm real happy you're okay and getting out of the mental institution. Only forget about hooking up with me again on account of I'm quitting my job and leaving town in a couple of days. I'm not coming back either because Gunther is heading for the sunshine like he always wanted. I ain't picked a tropical island yet, but I'll send you a picture postcard. In case you think this is just a lot of baloney and a brush off.
Sydney's Tavern. Huh? Can you talk a little louder? You got my bad ear. Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. Hang on, okay? Calvin.
Yeah, what's up?
You got a phone call, Copper.
Excuse me, guys. Yeah, Stoner here.
Calvin, it's Damien.
Oh, hey, listen, did you get a look at that letter?
I got more than that. Calvin, I think I've solved our puzzle. I think I know how Gunther Wagner really died.
Travel furnished by Capital Air.
Tune in for tales of mystery and imagination every Monday through Thursday night at 11 on the Alfred Hitchcock Hour. Hitchcock can also be seen weekends at 10 p.m. on USA's Saturday Nightmares and Sunday afternoons at 5. Now, stay tuned for more mystery on the Edge of Night next. You're watching the USA Network.
Calvin, I think I've solved the puzzle. Look, I think I know how Gunther Wagner died.
Man, what are you talking about? We already know how that big ape died.
No, I don't think we do. Not if I'm reading this letter correctly.
Okay, go on with the letter. I'm with you.
Okay, listen carefully, man. This is very important. It says, Roxanne, I got your letter. I'm really happy you're okay and getting out of the mental institution, but forget about hooking up with me again on account of I'm quitting my job and I'm leaving town in a couple of days.
Quitting his job? I wonder what that's supposed to be about.
Catch the rest of this, Calvin. I'm not coming back either because Gunther is heading for the sunshine like he always wanted. I ain't picked a tropical island yet, but I'll send you a picture postcard. In case you think this is just a bunch of baloney and a brush off.
Hey, where's the cigarette machine around here?
Against
you
the wall
kidding?
next to the bar.
Where?
Against the
Go
wall
on.
next to the bar.
Oh, okay. Man, this really sounds like you got something. Look, do you know when this thing was written? Was it a couple of days before he died or what?
Right. Look, Calvin, this whole thing is beginning to fall into place. Now, what I'd like to do is be able to get together with you and see if we can put the last piece of this puzzle in its right place.
Listen, Damien, I got an idea. Now, listen, I'm right here with Gavin and Jody, see?
Hey, wait a minute, Calvin. Look, don't say anything about Nora's involvement with Gunther to Jody and Gavin.
I sort of promised Nora that I would keep the story away from Nicole, and if Jody hears, I'm sure she's going to tell her sister.
Calvin's taking a long time with that phone call. Hope he doesn't have to go back to work tonight.
No.
After all, Cliff and Mitzi split.
I hope he doesn't either. But just remember what you promised. If Calvin joins the acting group, you will too.
Honey, I said yes, I would, if Calvin joins. I just don't know...
Come on, I don't want to hear any nonsense about how long you'll be staying with us either.
All right, you two. You want to go back to the studio, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, I got a little something new for you. Only you can't direct. This is all Tyler's show. But I think the scenario is something you're going to find real interesting.
You are being deliberately mysterious, buddy. Why am I going to like the new scenario?
Look, Damien's been doing a little snooping on the side, and he's come up with a couple of very interesting facts about the victim, one Gunther Wagner in this case.
What facts?
Well, just things, Jody, things that Gunther'd been planning on doing at the time that he got killed.
All right, now you're hinting at things, but you're not really saying anything. Now, come on, don't keep us in the dark and tell us what you know.
Calvin, you do know something, and you're just holding back
Listen,
on
I
us.
cannot be any more specific than I am right now. I can't put the two and twos together myself yet. It's all in Tyler's head. It's something he's working out, but he wants us to meet him and give him a hand.
Then tell us how we
I'm
can help.
trying to, if you just hold tight a second, all right? Now, he wants us to meet him over at Jim Dietrichson's studio and try again to reenact the events leading up to Gunther's shooting.
I can't say I'm crazy about the idea. I'm still recovering from the last time we went through that thing. So is Jody, for that matter. That was trauma time,
Gavin,
friend.
I know that this entire
Look,
thing
Calvin,
has not been exactly
if it's
easy.
going to be helpful to Gavin, of course we will go through it again.
Look, I don't want to build your hopes up too high, but if Tyler's anywhere near right, this could mean nothing less than a total acquittal for you, man.
What are we waiting for?
Just one more affidavit, Valerie. Again, by the check mark.
I never signed my name so many times in one day. This one I feel like I'll sign anything.
This is the last of the lot. I'm sorry there's so much red tape, but at least this will mean you can breathe a little more easily. All these affidavits will start the legal machinery for the settlement of your father's estate.
Well, thank heavens for that. I hope this means there won't be any future entanglements either.
There'll be no more worries on that score.
Good, I was beginning to feel like I'd be dealing with these complications for the rest of my life.
I'm sure it must have seemed that way.
Mike, does this mean that Valerie won't see any money at all from her father's estate?
I'm afraid so, but it will guarantee that she has no responsibility for any taxes or debts that Dr. Bryson may have left behind.
Mike, I want to thank you. I know how much trouble you've gone to for me, and I'm very, very grateful.
I'm glad I was in a position to help.
Well, you're like one of the family now, Val.
Well, I think that's going a little bit far, Kelly.
Oh, well, there's more truth than fiction in that, Valerie. Nancy and I have come to think of you as kind of a surrogate daughter.
Oh, I'm so touched and flattered that you feel that way.
I don't know if you were aware that Nancy and I do have a daughter. Her name's Lori.
No, I wasn't aware.
Yeah, she's my cousin, but I've never met her.
A few years ago, she had a lot of difficulty. A really bad time put her in a state of severe depression.
Oh, Mike, I had no idea. I'm so sorry. What happened to her? Where is she?
She's an outpatient now, working in an office in Seattle. Unfortunately, she's reluctant to keep in touch with us until she's completely well again.
That must be a terrible ache for you and Nancy.
Yes, it is. Anyway, I think all that had something to do with the way Nancy and I feel about you. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, no. I love it. It makes me feel like I do have a family of my own now.
Good.
You know, Monticello's been very good to me. I have a family here and new friends.
Well, I hope that all the people that you found are friends.
I think they are.
Well, I'm not so sure.
Oh, I don't have to guess on that one. You mean Jim.
That's right.
Mike, can I appeal to you? Can you convince Kelly that Jim is just what he says he is? And he's a nice, straightforward guy. Obviously, Kelly still has his doubts.
You're the only one who really knows him, Valerie. I think you'll have to convince Kelly of that yourself. I should call the office if you'll excuse me for a moment.
Listen, Val. I told this to Nancy and I told it to Mike. Now I'm going to tell it to you. I'm not going to believe any more stories about Switzerland or about who Jim Dietrichson is or isn't until someone other than Jim confirms it. Now, someone who's objective. Now, there's only one person in this country who can do that. Your stepmother. And if it means that I have to take a trip upstate to talk to her in prison, then I'll do that.
Don't you do that, Kelly. I'm sorry, but how could you even think of such a thing?
Don't you care who Jim Dietrichson really is?
Kelly, I know who he is. And I know what he's like. And I do know that I do not want to have anything to do with Beth ever again. She's part of the worst period of my life, Kelly. And you of all people should know that.
Just wait a minute, Val.
No. You know how I feel about her. You know that I blame her for everything that my father became. He never would have done those things if it wasn't for her. And I think he'd still be alive.
Val, this has nothing to do with your father. All I'm trying to do is
All you're trying to do is hurt Jim, right? That's really what's most important to you, isn't it? And you don't care if you hurt me while you're doing it.
No, wait a minute.
I'm sorry. Mike, I'm just not hungry.
What about your lunch, Kelly?
Huh?
I was just wondering how you intend to eat it, with your foot in your mouth.
Bad checkup, Mom. You pray you never hear those words. But it could happen. 2 out of every 3 kids between the ages of 5 and 17 still get cavities. So don't push your luck. Make sure your family fights cavities with Crest. You see, dentists have seen clinical proof for years. More of them recommend Crest. And more dentists' families brush with Crest than any other fluoride toothpaste. After all, they want good checkups as much as you do. Crest, the dentist's choice for fighting cavities.
Dishwashing can make hands feel awful. One reason might be your dishwashing liquid. Some have more harsh ingredients than others. Hands can feel red, rough, cracked. Do dishes the Ivory way. The simple truth about Ivory liquid is hand-loving suds. Famous for cleaning dishes without all those harsh ingredients. Your hands can feel soft and smooth because Ivory liquid is easier on them than the other leading brands. Ivory suds have the difference you can feel.
Ooh, musty odors. We need Arm & Hammer Maximum Strength Carpet Deodorizer. More odor-destroying ingredient than these combined. And while those sit on top, Arm & Hammer Carpet Deodorizer penetrates, destroys deep-down odors.
The whole room's fresh.
They work better, cost less.
You put the Arm & Hammer baking soda in the freezer.
It's not a mistake, Harry. 1 box to absorb freezer odors and a fresh box to absorb refrigerator odors.
Freshen the fridge and freezer with Arm & Hammer Pure Baking Soda. There's a new kid on the street.
I've been hearing your name popping up all around town.
And he's got all the right moves. He's Petrocelli. He's a lawyer.
Well, certainly, Your Honor, there's nothing lewd in that.
A lover.
That sounds great.
And the right man for the job. So watch it.
Why would we do that?
He's Petrocelli.
All right, where and when?
Tomorrow at 10, 9 Central on USA.
Okay, you guys. They granted us a reprieve for last month's rent. But we're broke.
That's the difference between you guys and me. You say we're broke, you say we're without funds. I say we're impecunious.
Impecunious? What's impecunious?
That means we're constantly broke and without funds.
Well, whatever it means we're on the street. Directly. Unless we come up with some cash.
I wish you guys would, too, because I'm getting awfully tired of eating
Well, you're
hamburgers.
terrible. You're really terrible. You know, here we are trying to rescue a cultural endeavor, a real artistic jewel for this community, and you're talking about your stomach.
You know, I really thought that TV publicity was going to bring in some contributions from the private sector.
Private sector? Are you kidding? The only way you're going to get help from those people is if you come up with a gimmick. We gotta come up with a fundraising drive for a worthy charity.
Charity? What kind of charity?
Us. Only we say it's for orphans. Why not? Hector and I are both orphans.
Well, I got folks, so I'm out.
Well, you could always sponsor a charitable organization for lovely older ladies, Johnny. I know you got a few of those.
Funny.
Yeah, why don't we put Handsome here to work?
Doing what?
I told you guys before, we need a patron of the arts. Some nice, rich type to put up the money.
What makes you think that Johnny can handle fundraising work?
What do you want me to do? Go out to the corner and shake a little tin can?
I want you to come up with a nice, rich widow.
Just who do you think I am, anyways?
Hector said you were terrific at it in L.A.
All right, so I dated a few older women in L.A. I happen to like a more mature woman.
Yeah, I noticed that.
All you gotta do is find one here in Monticello.
Yeah, I never took money from them. Never.
I'm not taking about money, not now. I know you're looking for a sponsor, for a cultural endeavor, right?
Forget it, Smiley. That wasn't the private sector that I was looking for.
What could be more private? What do you say, Face? Come on, do your friends a favor, will you? Look what Jimmy's done for you.
Name one thing Jim has done.
Well, look what he's going to do. He's going to make you the leading man here at this acting company, right? I mean, isn't that what you said?
Forget it, Smiley. We'll find another way.
Yeah,
nobody's going to take advantage of me.
What's the matter with you nuts? What do you think show business is all about, huh? What? You've been in it 5 minutes, you ought to know. Everybody in this business uses everybody else. There are too many actors and too few parts. You get what you want any way you can get it, and you got good looks. Maybe you're a little deficient in the brain department, but you got a good look. You got a good look. Leave me alone, will you? You're a pretty face. You got charm, you got youth, you got everything going for you. Use it. Don't sit in your duff like I did, waiting for something big to happen, watching everybody else go out and take. It took me a long time, too long, to learn how to take. And let me tell you something else. This world is full of people just dying, hoping to be used. That's right, they're thrilled when they find out that they got something that you want. You can make all these little ladies happy. You know what I'm saying to you? Huh? When they find out they got something that you want, that way you can get what you want. You can get what we want. All you gotta do is reach out and take. Oh, see, I knew you'd see it my way. Oh, hey, listen, trust me, Johnny, will you? Trust me. Look, I'll set the whole thing up, all right? It'll be a piece of cake for you, huh?
Look, why don't we just let this issue rest? We'll go out and eat now.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, well, he loves that. Look, gotta eat. We gotta keep you strong and healthy.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Well, we were just about ready to go out to eat. You want to come?
No, thanks. But we'd like to use your studio for a rehearsal, if that's okay with you.
Yeah? Sure.
Maybe we ought to charge him.
Does a mouthwash have to taste medicine-y to kill germs? We talked to a medicine-y mouthwash user about her mouthwash.
My breath smells like medicine, but it's killed the germs.
What if I told you Scope with T25 kills as many germs as your mouthwash?
I don't believe it.
Clinical tests prove it, and Scope leaves your breath minty.
I guess I'd have to try it. I think I found myself a new mouthwash. A Scope tastes minty, and it leaves my breath fresh. And my old mouthwash just left a medicine smell.
Antiseptic Scope leaves your breath minty, not medicine-y.
These are the amazing Lee press-on nails. They press on in seconds. No glue, no mess. Simply press on Lee Super Stick tabs. Then press on Lee press-on nails. That's all. Easy on, easy off. Use them again and again. They just won't break or split. Polish, and they're nearly impossible to chip. So press on Lee press-on nails. In natural and glamour lengths and a variety of sizes for a quick, easy fit. Press on.
I always like to see students hitting the books, but I feel that there should be a balance in the lives of children. Good television, like basic cable vision, can provide that balance.
Cablevision brings you programs to spark family discussions like Portrait of America and National Geographic's Explorer series. Plus Nickelodeon, the first and only network for kids, presents the magic of science with Mr. Wizard's World, after-school comic relief, and more.
Cablevision is for growing minds.
A blessed event, the birth of a child. The happiness and delight of this moment, it can have no equal. Baby's here, baby's healthy, baby's safe, and baby's cost. That's why St. Francis Hospital now has a maternity savings plan that can reduce your cost of having a baby up to $1,000 without sacrificing quality care. And that's a blessing, too. Isn't that a blessing? Isn't that a blessing?
Well, what is this? Vision entering my office? You the new replacement I need?
No, I was just having coffee with Barbara. She says she'll be here in just a few minutes.
Listen, I am sorry. If I'd known you were going to show up, I would not have had myself a sandwich at the hospital.
No, Miles, that's all right. All I want to do is talk to you.
All right, let's go in the office. Something's wrong. What is it?
Well, I'm a bit shaken, to tell you the truth.
About what?
I've had another one of these conversations with Nora about you and Jinx Avery.
Damn it, I've had it up to here with that. Now look, if Nora's going to continue to make insinuations like that, then I think you just ought to get rid of her right now.
No, it's not Nora this time. It's your nurse. It's Barbara.
What do you mean? What has she done?
Well, she told Nora about something that she saw in this office, something that she saw and that she heard.
Did she really? All right. Better repeat it.
Well, she said that she walked in here suddenly when she found you and Jinx in each other's arms, and Jinx was saying, now this is verbatim, "I'm not letting go, Miles, I'm not letting go."
You know, I don't like very much being put in a position where I got to defend myself when no defense is necessary. That's the position I'm in, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll tell you exactly what happened that day, and I will tell you why Barbara's interpretation of it is so totally wrong.
Well, I wish you would.
Yes. Jinx Avery was in my arms that day. So would a drowning woman have been in my arms if I was trying to save her. And yes, she said, I am not letting go. She wasn't talking about me. She was talking about Derek Mallory. She was hysterical. She was begging me not to tell Derek about her illness for fear of losing him. She said she'd finally found somebody she cared about, and she was not letting go.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, Miles. God, I don't know what's wrong with me. Oh.
Come on.
Oh, honey. How could I ever doubt you? Will you please forgive me?
No forgiveness is necessary. You know something? Now that I think about it, I kind of like the fact you can get jealous of me. But now you listen to me. Can't be any misunderstanding between us on this point. I love you. Only you. Always you. Oh, damn. Yeah, hello.
Miles, it's Jody.
Hi, Jody. How are you?
Look, Miles, I know you're awfully busy, but do you think you'd come over to Jim Dietrich's studio?
You mean right now?
Could you possibly? Look, it'll only take a half an hour or so, and Calvin thinks it would be a really good idea.
Well, Jody, you sound so urgent. What's going on?
Well, Calvin says that Damien Tyler has an idea of how and why he was struck on the head the night Gunther Wagner was killed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Carr. I hope you enjoyed your lunch.
Oh, yes. I enjoyed the food a lot. Thanks.
Oh, Mike. Sometimes I wonder about me.
What do you mean?
I don't know how to quit when I'm ahead. That was a stupid thing to do. Tell Valerie that I wanted to go talk to her stepmother.
Cheer up, Kelly. As soon as Valerie realizes that your main concern is for her, I'm sure she's not going to hold what you said against her. I think you'll just have to tread a little more softly, that's all.
Yeah, but did you see the way that she reacted just then? I mean, she just doesn't want to know anything about Jim Dietrichson, whether he's a liar or not.
You think she's really that interested in him?
Yeah, I think she's that interested in him. Well, look, suddenly she's at the acting classes all the time. Jim Dietrichson's doing love scenes with her. The only problem with that is he's directing them. And then whenever I bring up his name, she just flies off the handle like that. Yeah, I'd say that she's interested in him, yeah.
I wonder if she would be if he proved to be a liar.
Knowing Val? No. But don't you see, that's why I have to keep pushing to prove it to her.
I have a phone call for you, Mr. Carr.
Oh, thanks.
It's your office.
Hello? Oh, yes, Phil. Oh, that's all right. I'm finished. Oh, he's there now? Would you ask him to wait? I'll be back in the office in a few minutes. Anything else? Oh? When did the call come in? Thanks a lot, Phil. You'll be interested in this, Kelly.
What's that?
A prison official from upstate just called my office to say that Beth Bryson has agreed to see Nancy.
Well, my world was dull and gray, hadn't felt the sun in days. Tried new Citrus Hill Select, what a wonderful effect. And my day gets going and my juices get flowing. Citrus Hill Select goes right to the heart. 'Cause the heart is where it's pure, it's my daily sunshine cure. Citrus Hill Select, gets your juice and it's flowing. Citrus Hill Select, gets your juice and it's flowing.
This electronic timer will show how fast you can relieve sore throat pain.
My sore throat feels very red and hot.
Will you try Chloraseptic?
Sure.
Now watch the timer.
Oh, that's nice. That works really good.
With doctor-recommended Chloraseptic, relief is just seconds away.
Oh, musty odors. We need Arm & Hammer Maximum Strength Carpet Deodorizer. More odor-destroying ingredient than these combined. And while those sit on top, Arm & Hammer Carpet Deodorizer penetrates, destroys deep-down odors.
The whole room's fresh.
They work better, cost less.
You put the Arm & Hammer baking soda in the freezer.
It's not a mistake, Harry. One box to absorb freezer odors and a fresh box to absorb refrigerator odors.
Freshen the fridge and freezer with Arm & Hammer Pure Baking Soda.
What's Cloris Leachman's heartbreaking story after her son's tragic death? Inquiring minds want to know.
I want to know.
Is Jane Wyman's upcoming marriage on Falcon Crest already doomed? This week's National Enquirer tells you. What are 3 secrets to becoming a winner? Can the number of hours you sleep tell how long you'll live?
It's in the Enquirer.
How do men choose their mates? Find out in the Enquirer. Over 100 features for people with inquiring minds.
Like me.
Where the hell is Damien?
Patience,
Why isn't
Sonny,
he here?
patience. He is coming.
From where? San Francisco?
Will you just stop fretting? He'll be here when he gets here.
Calvin, couldn't you just tell us a little bit about his theory?
Jody, look, I told you, it's Tyler's Red Wagon. He wants to pull it all himself.
Well, where was he calling from?
He was calling from Nicole's office at WMON.
Well, maybe he stopped to get a beer somewhere.
Look, Gavin, I know Tyler. He doesn't play around when it comes to work. Now just relax. He'll be here any minute.
Miles, Nicole, my God.
Hi, I was was in the office when you called, and I wasn't going to be excluded from this no matter what it
What is all of this about, Calvin? Jody made it sound very important.
Yeah, well, I think it is, Miles. Damien Tyler's on his way, and he'll have to clarify it for us when he gets here. Until that, though, the only thing I can tell you is he's got some information about Gunther Wagner. He says it's going to change all our ideas about what happened here the night he was killed.
What do you mean information? New information?
Yeah, evidently it's only an hour or so old.
Where did it come from?
That I cannot tell you.
Well, I hope it tells us who hit Miles over the head and knocked him unconscious.
We all think Skylar Whitney did it, but we don't know why.
I think I might know why.
Well, it's about time you get here.
Hey, wait a minute. Look, I'm sorry I'm late. I want to solve this thing as much as any of you do.
Okay, Tyler, it's your show, so give us. When, where, and why?
To begin with, Gunther Wagner perpetrated a practical joke both on Gavin Wiley and on himself.
What? What are you talking about?
Well, I hope to show you exactly what I'm talking about, but I'm going to have to use this.
The Beauty Rest Mattress by Simmons. It works all night for your good morning.